Hey YouTube, it's Kristin. You're watching Chatterbox Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me for a video today. I hope everyone is doing well. It is Sunday, January 7th, 2024. It's 6:26 p.m. here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I'm here to go over my budget for the first couple of weeks of January. We'll be doing that in the YNAB app. That stands for You Need a Budget. We'll also be using the Goodbudget app. And let's get started. So I'm an hourly employee. I'm paid bi-weekly and I budget monthly. And I am mostly a digital budgeter. I do have some tools I use that are paper and pen, but I prefer to have it all on my tablet or on my phone so I can take it with me wherever I go. But I also find it a lot easier to fix things, change things. I rename things all the time. I change categories all the time. So I just prefer to have it be digital, but I also pay for the program, the Goodbudget app. I pay annually for that, and so it's just nice to use it. And I also paid a lot of money for this tablet. So, okay. So for January, my last paycheck was December 29th, and I used that paycheck for January, the first part of January. So the way that I budget, basically, the way I'll be doing it for 2024, at least as of right now. So for weekly expenses, for things like food, gas, things like that, I budget weekly, and it goes from the 1st through the 7th, the 8th through the 14th, the 15th to the 21st, and then the 22nd through whatever the last day is of the month. That way, no matter how many days there are, it's always 4 weeks. That's just so much easier for me. My brain can't handle having like some months being 5 weeks and all that kind of stuff. So that's how I do it. And then what I'm going to be doing for the first part of 2024 at least is for my bills and expenses. I budget monthly, but I'm covering them based on the 2 weeks. So my paycheck from the 29th covered from the 1st through the 14th. And then my paycheck on the 12th will cover the 15th, the last day of the month. So it's kind of by paycheck, but only because my paychecks happen to fall right before that date. Otherwise, it would be like if I got a paycheck on the 5th, it would have started on the 8th. Anyway, okay, so 2023 was a very, very expensive year for me. There was a lot of things happening. My grandson was born. My son got married. I had car repairs. I had some medical expenses to pay for. So it was just a very expensive year. And unfortunately, because of that, I do have credit card debt again, which yes, I'm concerned, but at the same time, I continue to use credit cards. The things that I use the credit cards for were things that I did it intentionally, basically. So my goal now is to just get back to getting those paid off as I use them instead of having there be a balance on them. So yeah, okay. So for January, I've assigned all the money I had in my account. So for my weekly envelopes, so I do have digital envelopes as well as actual physical envelopes. So I will have my wallet. I use the Savvycents Wallet. I have cash in there. Then I also have my Luxe Wallet Planner that I use for my sinking funds. Actually, I have the planner and the wallet. And then I'm not going to be doing cash stuffings just because it's not a lot of money and I don't keep a lot of money on hand and I won't be adding a lot. So it just doesn't seem like it would work as well to do recordings, but also because I don't really have any way of recording them. I do everything on my tablet because I can just record the screen. Anyway, so I have to have both because there are some things that I pay for that are with my credit card that I can't use cash for. And so it didn't make any sense to get the money out and then just put it right back in for that. So, okay. So the only thing so far, I've assigned $251.64. That was to my grocery and food budget. So that is for, I was told myself I could get food delivered or go pick it up once every 2 weeks or once in a pay period, whatever. And then I do have my grandson's baby food that I pay for. It's $135 every 2 weeks for 42 4-ounce containers of baby food. So I pay for that. And then I also purchased formula for him for when he's here at my house. I watch him Monday through Friday while his parents are at work and I'm working too. And then he does sleep over like once or twice a month. So anyway, so that's what that is for. And then that's the only thing I budgeted for my weekly envelopes in here. Sinking funds, the digital ones, I assigned $101.32. That was for my home category. I wanted to do only $100, but with tax, it ended up being $101. So basically, that's to replace my pillows. I've been reading an article about how often you should replace your pillows, and I realized I hadn't done that. So I ordered some new pillows, new allergen pillow protectors. And then I also ordered a new quilt for my bed. I have an inexpensive one I get from Walmart. I just love the colors. It matches my room. And I've ordered the same one like 4 times. I just keep one that's brand new in my just with my sheets and stuff, so that when my other one gets worn out, then I have one I can replace it with. So I have a dog who likes to play with his tennis balls on my bed, and he's allowed to. So it tends to get a little shredded because he does have claws. So anyway, so that's what that's for. Okay, so that's all there is on there. And then fixed expenses, which are my monthly expenses, I've assigned $2,276.25. So cash envelopes, that was $400. Rent, utilities, $1,781.25. Natural gas, I budgeted $40 or assigned $40. Cell phone, I assigned $55. Electricity, internet, auto insurance, and credit card interest will be assigned on my next paycheck on the 12th. Okay, so there's those. And then we're not going over the available amount because I'm not doing, that'll be part of the tracking, the check-in, I mean. Okay, and then for fees and charges, these are monthly fees and charges. I almost said cheese and farges. Signed is $68.68. That is for things like Netflix, Hulu, my gym membership, my HP Instant Ink, my Audible, Kindle Unlimited, all those kind of things, YouTube Premium. I put them all into one category, and then I have them listed separately on the accounts tab as scheduled payments. And so I felt like that would be better than having them all listed in here by them individually. That just got a little too many things to keep track of. So I think this will work better. I may change my mind and go back. Okay, so fees and charges, that's how much I've assigned. Annual expenses, we haven't decided anything yet. The only thing I have this month is my TurboTax fee for filing my taxes, which I won't do till the end of the month. And I'll probably have to just pay the whole $150 out of my check. So then I've got credit card payments. I've assigned $166.62. That is because the app automatically assigns the payment to that credit card category when you use that credit card. So it looks like I've used my Sam's Club credit card and my Venmo Visa card. So yeah. Anyway, and then I haven't assigned anything to savings because I really never do. So okay, so there's that, all of that. And then if you look at accounts, so I'm not going to go over everything just because that's part of the check-in. But when you look at it, you can see that I've assigned, open up here. Okay, so starting on the 9th. So you can see I've got HP Instant Ink down here. Then I've got Hulu, Prime Acorn, Netflix, Audible, Prime BritBox, Lots of Fitness, and then Yardi, which is the fee I pay for paying my rent through the portal. It's 95 cents, which I've had people comment before about paying a fee for paying my rent, which it is silly, I agree. However, the convenience of being able to pay that rent on the first of the month in my pajamas while I'm in bed, it's worth the 95 cents. I think you could probably still do money orders. I'm not 100% sure, but getting a money order takes time, and they cost money too. And then also, I don't think they take personal checks anymore. I don't think they have the whole time this company's been managing the property. But even that, I mean, you have to pay for checks. So everything costs money. And so I figure the 95 cents is just, it's fine. And then YouTube Premium, and everything went up. So YouTube Premium went up, Prime BritBox went up, Audible and my gym membership, those have stayed the same, so they'll probably go up soon. Netflix just went up again, and I do have the Netflix, so I do pay for the is it premium or whatever? The highest one they have, the highest tier they have for one person. So I have 4 screens. But then I also pay for, you can do an add-on membership, you can do 2. So because they won't let me share passwords anymore, and I'm at my son's house a lot, and I'm sometimes at my parents' house, I do have one, I paid for one for my son and my dad. So that way they can use it too. But we pay, I think it's like $10 extra for each of them. Might be $8, I can't remember. So I do pay for their memberships just because my dad pays for the Disney Plus that we all use, and probably another one or two. He also pays for the YouTube Premium, but I already pay for it, so we both have it. Anyway, yeah. And then I've also paid my energy. Oh, so this is everything. Oh, these are my scheduled ones. Sorry, that's the scheduled stuff. So I have it set up so that the recurring charges will just pop up every month, which I think will work better than having them listed in the budget category. Okay, so that's everything for YNAB. So Goodbudget is an app that I've been using. I haven't used it since 2022, since I switched over to YNAB. But what I decided to do when I realized how out of control my spending was, I don't know if out of control is the right word. I was buying whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted to, and not really paying attention to what I was, what it would cost or anything. And I did it intentionally, but it was getting to the point where it was kind of out of control. So I decided not to do that anymore, and that's why I'm giving myself cash. And then when I decided to do that, I thought I need a way to track it. I don't like to use written trackers just because, well, my handwriting is horrible, but also because I forget to fill them out or whatever, or I don't have them with me when I'm at the store. I like to have the tracking in my phone and in my tablet so I can just see it whenever I need to. I do have physical trackers, so they came with my wallet, but I use the Savvycents Wallet for my weekly expenses, and then I have the Luxe Wallet and the Luxe Wallet Planner for my sinking funds. And I won't be showing those necessarily, like not doing cash stuffings and stuff, just because it's only $400. It's going to be the same all the time. It's not that exciting. So I also don't really have a good way of recording anything that's physical. I use the screen record on my tablet for everything. So anyway, but Goodbudget, I started using it, I want to say like 12, 13, 14 years ago. It used to be called EEBA. I paid for it for years, so I paid the monthly subscription for a long time. And then a couple years ago, I started paying the annual subscription. But when I switched over to YNAB, I stopped paying for it. So when I decided to try it again, I decided instead of just paying for it up front, I would start using it and see how it goes. And then if I decided I need more envelopes, then I can pay for it. But for the free version, you get 10 envelopes and 1 account. So I have it set up. So I've got cash. You see? My dog's rolling around on the carpet. Hi, buddy. We'll go for a walk in a minute. So cash, and so I don't have so my cash is not tracked in YNAB. The only way to make this work, and that's why it's taken me 7 days to do this video, is I had to take all of the cash out of YNAB and keep it only in Goodbudget. So each one's only tracking, like, yeah, they're not overlapping, because that was causing a lot of confusion. Basically, it looked like I had twice as much available as I really did. Anyway, so you can have 10 envelopes and then 1 account. So I've got my 5 weekly envelopes, and then I have my 5 sinking funds in here. So, and then, like I said, I've used this forever. So the ATM withdrawal on the 1st, I had $400 in cash, and then my biweekly envelopes, I have food is $200. Gas is $20. Household stuff is $20. Personal stuff is $20. Pet stuff is $40. I guess I don't have to click on these. You can see them on there. But auto care fund is $20. Gifts fund is $20. Pet care fund is $20. Self-care fund is $20. And shopping is $20. So, let's see. Food, that is for mainly groceries. That's basically for anything I order to have delivered with my Walmart groceries. I've been using Walmart grocery delivery since February 2020. I started using it a month before COVID hit here, so I've actually been using it longer than people knew it was a thing. And I started using it because grocery shopping gives me severe anxiety, and I also overspend, and I waste a lot of time at the grocery store. The nice thing about using the Walmart grocery delivery is I have the app, so as I run out of things, I can add it to the shopping cart. But also, as I'm adding things, I can go through my cupboards and see what I need. And I always forget something, so then I can go add stuff up until a certain point. Then gas, I don't use a lot of gas because I work from home, and I was using a lot more earlier in the year or in 2023, because I was going over to take care of my grandson a lot at his house. But then as of December, he's coming here 5 days a week. I watch him during the day while all of us are working. So I haven't been there in a month because he's been coming here. So anyway, household stuff, that's for things like toilet paper, paper towels, and I did stock up before the end of the year. So I don't really need that right now. So my goal was to just put that aside and have it build up until I can do a bulk order. And then personal stuff are things like deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes. And again, I still have quite a bit of that already here. I don't need to buy anything right now. Pet stuff would be things that my cat and my dog need for their everyday care. So food, treats, cat litter stuff, waste bags for my dog. And that's the same thing. I plan on using, like, I have to order pumpkin for my dog because he has pumpkin mixed with his dry food. And my cat treats come from Walmart. But everything else I have on Subscribe and Save, or I order it from Sam's Club. So my goal is to just put that money aside and keep it. And then just do a big order at the end of the month or whatever. And then auto care fund would be for my oil changes. Gifts fund is for holidays, birthdays, and events. Pet care fund is for the vet. Self-care fund is for my hair appointments, skincare. So anything hair care, skincare related, and makeup. And then my shopping is just a general category that covers my hobbies. So basically anything planner related. And like if I buy, what else do I buy besides planners and office supplies? Basically that's a lot of what I buy. I do have clothing and electronics in my digital categories because chances are I'm going to be using my credit cards to buy that. So I want to be able to have that money available just to pay the credit card off. So anyway, so there's that. So I have $400 in cash right now, and I will be going through, I do need to update this because I did order groceries. They were delivered today. So I'll go through and figure that out and add that later. And my plan is, so before I always did everything to the dollar, to the penny. And I'm sure that probably drove a lot of people crazy because it probably just does. But what I'll do is in the Goodbudget app, I'll just round up to the next dollar or maybe even the next $20 because this time when I went to get the cash, the ATMs in my area only gave you the chance to get $20 bills. So I have just 20s. And so I'll probably round up whatever I spend to the next 20, or I'll go get some change and then I'll have 5s around or whatever. So anyway, and then in my app, in the YNAB app, I'll have the credit card will be the exact amount. And then I'll just put the cash, so there'll be more in my that envelope, and then I can just roll that over. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, that's everything for that. Not the most exciting budget, but that's kind of what I want for this year. Like I said, last year was very expensive. So we've got grandson was born, spent 6 days in the NICU. His parents had to try to cover things because part of maternity leave wasn't paid. Paternity leave wasn't paid. So I've been helping them where I can. And then I also help pay for my son's wedding because that's what you do. I'm his only parent, so I helped pay for the groomsmen's clothes and whatever else I needed. Bought a bunch of stuff for my grandson. Car repairs, medical expenses. Right now I have to save up for, I have to get a root canal on my front tooth. So I fell down my cement stairs in August and severely injured myself. And one of the injuries was to my front teeth, and one of them has to be, I need to get a root canal and a crown. And then I also have I have a back tooth that needs a extraction and an implant. And then I also need to get new glasses, but I do have vision insurance, and I do have my health savings account, which I probably won't be tracking in anything this year. I'll probably just track that separately. But yeah, so it's going to be crazy. It's going to be an expensive year, but hopefully not too bad. My goal is to get back on track with paying everything. But before I start paying off my credit cards, I want to get back on track with my spending and just being able to say, okay, just because I'm ordering groceries doesn't mean I have to buy cleaning products that I don't actually need yet. Like when I run out of something, then I want to order it. But I don't want to be like, I tend to buy, like this morning, for example, when I'm stressed out or something's going on or whatever, compulsive shopping is a thing for me. And I almost put in my shopping cart for my grocery delivery, I almost put every single item from the pink stuff, which is a product I've never actually used. And I probably can't use it. I'm probably allergic to it. But for some reason this morning I wanted it. So I put all of them in my cart, and then I was like, nope, I don't need to do this. So instead of doing that, I put other things in my cart. Like I wanted some Lysol wipes and some like microfiber cloths, but I'm not out of the ones I have. I have plenty here. I just wanted to get some extras to have on hand. Well, I think that's probably still a reaction from the whole COVID thing when things weren't available, but I don't need them. So I took them back out of my cart again. So I'm trying really hard to just buy what I need and just not have more than I have to have, which is kind of funny because back in 2022, I stocked up on stuff in October of that year because work gets crazy in October. I bought things like toothpaste, deodorant, stuff like that. I'm still using up the toothpaste from then. I'm actually almost out of the one. I need to order some more. And buying ahead is not a bad idea, but there is a time when it's not necessarily logical. So, and I do buy things like, I buy diapers and wipes for when my grandson's at my house. Anything he needs at my house, except for his clothes, I like to provide. So his parents provide his clothes and his binky, but I like to provide the diapers and the wipes and stuff because I feel like that's one way I can help them, because it's not easy being the parent of a newborn who's going to be one this week. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll be back in a couple days. Take care.